I start with my same question I always ask you. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, my name's Colin and I'm from Manchester, England.
Could you tell me a little bit about how you got involved with music in general, singing?
I'd always loved music as a child, and I grew up listening to the likes of Elvis Presley, Tom Jones and all the great 60s artists, because I was born in the 60s, and I grew up listening to that great music that came from that era. My dad was a singer as well, so I listened to him quite a lot, and we ended up doing a few shows together, which was great, and I have great memories of that. And I really wanted to be a singer as a child, but I was always too shy, and I can't do this, I can't get on stage, I can't do it. And then I had to wait until I was 20 years of age before I finally got the courage to get up on the stage. I'd had a few to drink, and I got up there on stage and entered a talent competition, and to my surprise and probably everybody else's, I won. Anyway, the day after that I came over to the States on a 3-week vacation, and when I got home people were saying what a great voice I had, and really? I didn't see it personally, and I thought, well, let's give it a try. So it gave me the courage to go on and to keep singing. But I still need, for those first few months, the early days, I really needed a drink to sort of give me Dutch courage, if you know what I mean. And then eventually I stopped that, and just getting up and singing it became a joy more than a shaky experience, if you like. When I started singing in 1982, I got myself some auditions by early 1983, and I started on the club circuit in the UK. And then by 1987-88, I decided that I needed a band to back me, so I auditioned for some musicians, and the rest is history.
Did you ever have any professional training as for a singer, or did you just do it on your own?
No, I had no professional training, or maybe I did, because I listened to the man. I listened to Elvis Presley, and I learned everything from him. I got Elvis Presley's greatest hits, and I put the headphones on, and I'd listen to every song and every note and every word, and even down to the breathing. So I made sure that my words were the same length as Elvis's, and so yeah, I learned from the master.
You sort of touched on this a minute ago with your opening answer, but could you tell me a little bit more about your musical influences?
Obviously, my musical influences are Elvis Presley. I loved the rock and roll era, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, Roy Orbison, and all those great people, Johnny Cash from some records. That's to touch on the 50s, and then the 60s, of course. The guys with great voices like Tom Jones, Scott Walker, a guy from Texas who was a massive hit in the UK, a guy called PJ Proby. And again, I learn and I listen to the words and mainly the phrasing. And from where I first started off, any singer initially would start singing from here. That's where your throat is, and that's where you project everything from. But it isn't. It's from here. It's from your stomach. So you learn to breathe and breathe a word out, and breathe and learn how to project a word. So you live in the song. So it's like acting, really. So you live through the song, and it helps you get through it, and it helps you breathe better. And it's called voice control, and I suppose that that's the way I learn.
This may be a dumb question, but a lot of people would assume that "Hurt," something like that, would be the hardest thing in the world for you to sing as far as Elvis music goes. Is that true, or are there other types of songs harder?
No, I always say "Hurt's" called "Hurt" because it does, and it's a bit of a running thing when I do that song, but it doesn't really. It's just because I'm used to it. It's not difficult, and I don't think there are any more difficult songs to do more than that. Rags to Riches maybe, and Danny McCorkle does a great version of Tomorrow Never Comes, and the ending is really harder than Hurt, and I've not done that one. I recorded it many years ago, but I've never done the song live. So Danny, watch this space.